after having said that, I think that's my speech.
Thank
And
you.
give back to Neil.
Really good. But you know, so we did the Extreme Pioneer scheme because we thought, you know what, let them make part of our success. It's easy to, because we don't need their money. It's welcome, but you know, there are only a few hundred at the moment, and not a few thousand, you know. We'll get there. By the way, we did zero marketing, and we got all these already, and not just here, but in Netherlands, UK, and USA as well. I think even this morning someone signed up. Every single time we see something happening, but they're not gonna make a wireless extreme or wired extreme happen. But they are a very crucial part of our success, because if they are coming in today, they are, you know, leading the way. They are sharing our vision. Thank you very much. So we have, you know, a whole program, of course, for Extreme Pioneers. But it came because Deepak told us, it was at the meeting with Ari and the other guys in Rotterdam, when you showed us the grid, Grid IO.
Oh yeah.
Tell them a bit about the Grid IO, why you stepped in. And that's why we started the Extreme Pioneers stuff.
Yeah, the grid is an internet, it's kind of a hosting service. What they do actually is they provide you a network, a website. But the nice thing about the grid is that they use artificial intelligence to create the website.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about it is that they started advertising it to become a founding member. So they didn't create anything yet, and they said, like, become a founding member. You pay, I don't know, it was $96 I think, to become a founding member, and then you'll be the first ones to have it released. And when it's released, you keep the same price, I don't know, until forever I think, because you're a founding member. And they showed this short video on the website how to become a founding member, and then I got inspired. You know, it's like they put a vision out there, like, this is how it's going to work, and this is what we're going to build, and this is the benefits that you're going to have. And I was like, wow, I want to have this. And
So you
that's
paid.
So I paid the $96, and they said, like, I think it was somewhere in January, and they said, like, somewhere in September we will have this available. And well,
They may be delayed.
well, I got it in September this year,
Oh,
and
you did.
I bought it last year. So I had to wait more than 1 year extra. So it,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I waited a long time before I got it, but now I have it. And
Is it good?
I haven't used. Well, I looked at it once. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
But
And,
anyway, so the fact is that when he told us about it, that was during a marketing session 6 months ago. Ari was there, and then you showed us the video
yeah.
of their website. So then we said, let's do that too, because I've written a lot of blogs in secret past, but you know, one of them I was, you know, bitching a bit about, you know, me being a premium member of LinkedIn. I was one of the first 61,000. If LinkedIn has almost 300 million users now, I was number 60708. So within the first 61,000. And all I got was nothing, right? And I was even a paying member. So I was thinking, what do I get out of this? You know, I contribute, I get nothing. So when he showed me that, I was thinking, this is the way to go. We also reserved shares for our Extreme Pioneers. We didn't advertise this yet. That was advertised last year. But we have shares for our Extreme Pioneers, but that's a little surprise coming in the next announcement. But yeah, when he showed us, we thought, this is your ambassadorship. And it works perfectly fine. Our conversation rate is high. When they get to our website, most likely 10% will buy. Now that's huge. Because the vision, I think, they share. You know, and anyway, we could talk hours about it. Yeah, so thank you, Deepak, about that. And you'll hear more about the Extreme Pioneers programs soon. You know, we have people in Hollywood, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, buying into this, because we may not even have them on the schedule, right? Capella aan de IJssel one, who's not even on the agenda for the rollout Rotterdam, Amsterdam, but he bought into it because he wants to be part of the Extreme Pioneers group, because we'll be busy, you know. They are Extreme Pioneers, we are pioneers of this industry, you know, so it's a great match. We'll do something big about that, most likely January onward. Yeah, thank you, Deepak. So let's get to this important man and his vision. So, right, that's the program, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
We're running late, but that's to blame to you, you guys. So we'll keep this short, not too short, because otherwise they won't understand. No, Daniel Corneve is a pioneer in millimeter wave industry technology, radar technology, and so on.
Millimeter waves.
Yeah. So I wrote with my team, of course, but let me brag about it. I wrote the research papers for the 5G communications technologies, you know, in the future, for the FCC, USA's FCC's consultation and the Ofcom's consultation. And this, you know, almost 2 years ago, February last year, 2015. And, you know, there's what millimeter wave technology, we won't be too technical today, but millimeter wave technology is amazing technology. So with our research paper last year, that was a real technical research paper. How I did it, don't ask me. If I have to repeat it, I need to study again a 6 months, so don't ask me. But it was impressive, but the founding issue was that we will go into millimeter wavelength. And then, again, this pretty guy, he came up with that pretty handsome guy a few months ago, let's say 4 months ago, right? And he said, Neil, look at this. And because he knew I wasn't going to look for wireless technology, you know, backhaul technology, because, you know, there's nothing impressive. You know, you have free space optics, which is laser technology. You have millimeter wave technology, 60 gigahertz, that's already decades old, right? So I was thinking, okay, let me waste 30 seconds of my time. I'll click on it. So I did, and I was impressed. Because for the first time, these guys, in history again, and this is a lot of times that you hear first time in history, but this is Angie, right? And this is why we are called Angie, next generation. For the first time in history, it's possible, commercially, to have 10 gigabit throughput wirelessly. Now that's amazing. So I wanted to meet this guy immediately. But so I asked them to arrange everything. Ian Keynes and his partner, business partner, Harris, we started talking. As I said before, Ian is the agent for RFCOM. Ian is the agent for ELVA. So we have to talk with Ian and Daniel about all our business deployments. But, you know, there was no sales pitch, nothing. We understood this and we wanted this. That's 10 gigabit wireless technology. We weren't interested in anything less. 1 gigabit or 2 gigabit or 5 gigabit. Why? You don't need that. You need at least 10 gig, even on fiber. Now there's a little secret again in our business modeling, in our deployment model, because basically each connection that we have to a building is 10 gig, not 1 gig or 5 gig, right? So each order that we give is not for a gig, it's for 10 gig. So this plays at par with that, but it's wireless. So it's much easier to be deployed. So that's why we want rooftop rights also, and pole rights. We have a customer signed, so last week I started signing a lot of orders. One of the orders is for a customer in Amsterdam, a restaurant Het Bos. They have a nice marina and everything. And we are going to connect them with 10 gig fiber and with wireless 10 gig. So they'll have 20 gigabit capacity running through there soon. So the whole wireless 10 gig puts Angie in a huge acceleration mode. And we have talked about thousands of links to be delivered in the coming months and 12 months. So they will have to sweat a lot, but you know, it's unique. If you cozy up too much with our competition, I'm gonna find you. But it's revolutionary. It's so powerful. Don't raise your prices, okay, Daniel? But it's amazing. So I wanted to take the opportunity here to talk, Daniel and I have a shared vision, of course, about 5G, the research paper that we wrote last year. Daniel was not part of this, but the vision is similar for mobility, for wireless use, you know, with 10 gig wireless as the backhaul of choice. Daniel, I'll leave it up to you and I'll join.
Yeah, allow me to.
Sure.
To say a couple of words. I would like to draw a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. You need the black one? I hope you're a better drawer than I am.
Yeah. So, actually for 10 gig solution and either for more solution, there are too many stories, marketing stories on the market which are not true. And people are very skeptical about this technology because too many people promote this solution just to pick up money from the market. And 5G now is also very problematic issue. Actually, people will promise you connection inside the car, connect you through millimeter waves with your cellular phone. We work completely from another side. We work from science, from millimeter wave applications to data transmitting technology. 5G right now from the company who normally work for telecom. So that's the reason. They announce much more than we'll be able to provide in reality. That actually why I said you that, because I have two options to take part in the big projects which you would like to do. One option is very much traditional, to decrease price each step together with other players. There are plenty of players. We are first, but we are not alone at all. Behind us you can see small guys like Huawei, NEC, you know, Nokia. They are also running, and they will come very soon. So the first option of me is to decrease price, to develop, invest a lot and so on. Bad option for me. I'm not so powerful like Chinese government together with Huawei. We are not comparable in size. I would like to draw your attention that there is another option. On the next step, when you will employ your network, you will think about the structure of the network, and this is the place where we can work together. Allow me to explain a little bit. I just saw on your presentation, and I saw that the network in your presentation looks like a mesh network. It means many nodes which are connected together like that, with very different directions, you know, like that. Frankly speaking, people never do mesh technology. In reality, when you will build your own network, it will be not like that. It will be like a tree. You will make a central station, big Cisco machine, which costs a lot, perhaps 2 or 3, and perhaps you will connect it by one loop. That's very traditional approach. And you will design your network like a tree. You will put here switches and routers and distribute your network like that. What's the difference between this one and that? The difference is in switches. To build this system, you have to use very clever, very sophisticated switches with so-called dynamic routing possibility. If you lose some connection, you have possibility to put it to use another way that calls in the switching, that calls dynamic switching possibility. The cost of each switch here is significantly more than the cost of switch here for static. For static you can use D-Link or very cheap, you know. But for that one you have to go to Cisco, Juniper, and the cost of connection will drop. I will drop it. Huawei will drop it. But the cost of the switch will be next step which you will meet. Yeah. So when you will calculate the total cost of the system, you have to think about that. You can use traditional systems like that. But the problem is that if you increase amount of subscribers, you need to connect another street, another area. You will share the resources which you accumulate here, and it's limited. It looks like the system which now built by Facebook, low altitude satellites, the same principle of operation. You have to put aircraft on somewhere, yeah, and share resources from aircraft to the earth. If you increase amount of subscribers, you will drop your throughput of the system because the limited resources on the top. The same situation is here, but these resources is the central network which built on extremely expensive switches. What I would like to propose to Angie, to work together not only to connections like that. I would like to propose Angie to work together to build correct switches which will be employed inside, built in the radio or separately, because it doesn't matter what is the connection. You can use fiber optic or you can use radio, it doesn't matter, it's Ethernet 10 gig. But if we will do that, if you will add some other subscribers, you will increase, not decrease, but increase capacity of the total capacity of the network, because you will add some additional possibility to deliver packets. This is next stage. I know that Huawei also work for that, but they are they use another approach. What I would like to propose is very less expensive approach, and I am ready to work together with Angie.
Yeah.
Yes, this is R&D. Nobody yet built it.
Yeah.
Nobody yet built smart. That's a classical smart traffic control. Exactly like a car traffic control. This is intercity traffic control. Between cities you usually use just one road, sometimes two. Yeah, take a look around, yeah, between cities.
Yeah.
But this is Manhattan, this is Los Angeles. Nobody uses just one road for Manhattan. There is no reason to build the system with central station in Manhattan. It's no reason. We need to make another step. We need to make like a car traffic control in the big city.
So then it will be a combined backhaul and access
No. I talk only about backhaul.
Okay.
Behind
So we'll do
each
the
node,
we talk about the access part being our technology, and then the backhaul
that's
part
a
will be
backhaul, yeah.
Alpha. Yeah.
Behind each node there is a network.
Yeah.
In the building, in the district, I don't know, but this is the node, this is a backhaul.
Yeah, so basically what the next step for Angie is to have that kind of mesh backhaul technology. That's what I was talking about. You know, mesh Wi-Fi didn't ever work. Because, you know, the bigger it would be, the less powerful it is, the less stronger it is, because it is as strong as its weakest link. That's mesh, right? So at access level, you have to do a different approach, where I said it will be a super hotspot, 100 meter, 200 meter radius, but not mesh. It's not hopping from one to the other, right? It's fixed wireless, as a matter of fact. This is backhaul. So what we'll do is we'll use our technology then. Angie is going into the Wi-Fi node industry itself, routers, access points, and so on. We have vendor financing worth of almost 100 million, existing, signed and all. But that's not for all our projects. So Angie wants to go into the market and be its biggest customer. That's another story. But this is backhaul. And yes, you would like to propose and I would like to accept.
So the question is how to arrange this R&D.
Yeah.
And the second thing which I would like to draw attention of Angie is that if you will take very fresh press releases of big players, Nokia, Vodafone, Huawei, everybody trying to say that we tested 5G.
No.
We tested 5G. We say, for example, Vodafone together with Huawei in Qatar recently tested 5G. Frankly speaking, when I see that, it's a kindergarten. That's a clear marketing issue. What they're doing, they use very simple transmitter with just one horn antenna. I saw that, for example, in last Barcelona exhibition on Nokia booth. Very simple horn antenna for millimeter waves, which has some sector, $100 each. I can sell it, yeah. The transmitter which they use, that's a part of our area. We have it in production. They have prototype We have it in production. For Facebook, the same. When you see the picture in press release, come on, that's a kindergarten. They just collected some elements from, you know, from other suppliers of millimeter wave. I can say who supplied that, who supplied this one. So that's like a toy. And what they are doing? They distribute 10 gigabit downstream, maybe sometimes in two polarization. That's the reason why 20 gigabit per second. More clever people said that, okay, we will make two streams together independently. 2 gigahertz bandwidth, take it 2, so you can achieve either more. But come on, I have it on the table in production. I have it in, you know, it's ready. Perhaps we can easily answer them. If you will find any possibility, we can easily answer them. We can provide 40 gigabit per second because we will take 4 our radios. 2 radios in frequency. For E-band, there is enough space for 2 frequency band. Yeah? So, and the 2 in cross-polarization. And let's make a presentation for 40 gigabit per second.
Yeah.
So,
Could be possible.
I personally like that very much because, come on, they have access to huge money. They demonstrated very loudly. They demonstrated in Korea, in Qatar, you know, inviting people. But from technical point of view, it's nothing.
No.
It's absolutely smoking under the water, you know. And these people promised to the market access in the car. Wait a second, the car has an iron roof.
And it's moving.
Millimeter waves doesn't pass through the iron.
Yeah.
And millimeter wave never reflects from somewhere. It doesn't, it's like a normal light.
Yeah.
It doesn't goes under the corner, you know, around the corner. It's only direct view. And very problematic either in this case because multiple reflection makes it the picture quite difficult.
Yeah.
So in reality this is only point to point. The last press release you sent me from Ericsson,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's a classic thing. What they are doing, they make the same but for 28 gigahertz or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also distribute like a 20 gigabit per second and, and after that they show the map with many homes. To remember the big map, maybe couple of hundreds homes, residential homes, and they cover it on different covers and said that for this home, if it's red, it's a 400 megabit per second. If it's green, it's a 800 megabit per second. That's okay, that's true. But come on, they have just one transmitter.
Yeah.
If they share it 20 gigabit per second among hundreds, they will never achieve that. It works, but only for 5, 10, 20, not more. The same problem which I talking with you. If we will follow the same approach, you will be blocked on the next stage. Either in your project in Los Angeles, that's impossible. So don't pass the same way. Don't use the limited basic infrastructure.
Yeah, well, that's why I think your proposal for the backhaul mesh is very powerful. That's where we need to go. And the backhaul could be partly millimeter wave, partly fiber, or in some cases all fiber, and in some cases all wireless. But you need for the access level, you need a distribution model, you know, a technology that is, let's say, easily available. What about the 60 gigahertz? Where the access level?
We already talked about that, frankly speaking, so that's not just a question. Yeah. Actually, for realization of the same approach which people use for 5G, I propose to use low-cost, commercially available next generation of MMIC, millimeter wave integration circuits. It comes to the market. It doesn't yet available everywhere and not yet developed enough. First sample comes. Qualcomm built the first Y-Gig router, 60 gigahertz. But it's for indoor applications. Unfortunately, for outdoor applications, this MMIC is not available yet on the market. But it starts, and we need to go to this direction. If we will build the distribution system which I'm talking about, 40 gig, we can demonstrate it easy.
Yeah.
But the question is, how much does it cost?
Yeah.
Ask Ericsson, how much is the cost of this one? It's not for the market yet.
Yeah.
So if we are looking for a really cheap solution which will be acceptable by the market, we need to use consumer chipset, which is not yet available everywhere, but it will be very soon. It's announced already 4 or 3 years ago. Silicon Graphics announced it, but not yet developed completely. So what I propose for Angie, I know one Canadian company who use these, who produce these chips, not exactly fitted for this task. We need to reconstruct it. Yeah, we need to work around this chip because they use it for USB 3. Perhaps you have USB in your laptop, but the limit of USB is 1.5 gigabit per second. We talk with them, they are ready to provide us technical support and so on, so on, but this is R&D, this is not straightforward.
Yeah.
As R&D, I believe that this is correct direction. If we will just play like National Instruments and Nokia, this is for collection of money.
Yeah,
if you need collect of money, I can help you. We will make a best demonstration in the world next day.
But we need to implement
this
it.
is not product.
Yeah, exactly.
For the next stage, we need to find out who will supply components.
Yeah, exactly. So R&D wise, and then we'll finish this up. R&D wise, what we are proposing with Alva and us, I don't know whether you got it, but the conclusion, the summary of what he said is, all the 5G announcements about this achievement, that achievement, test and so is bullshit. Put the camera in. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Most. That's
so
needed to collect money.
So the fact is, and whether they do collect it from their investors or they show strategic defense by PR. That's whatever they choose. But 5G in the real world will be possible if you take a few simple steps. So what Daniel and Alpha are proposing with Angie is, and we accept, is that we work together. They have the brains, and we are the beauties. So what we'll do is we'll do R&D together. That's already done. We have a very smart guy at the CTO, Dr. Al Sharif, very big technologist, and he will be in charge on behalf of Angie, Daniel on behalf of Alpha, and we'll set up an R&D strategy now onward. This is something that we have decided last time he was here a few months ago. We decided to work towards that, but that's very important. The importance is all the press releases you hear about 5G deployment or 5G test and trial, it's bullshit. Well, mostly then. So what we are proposing is real life, because Angie cannot live or build on promises, you know. What we want is real stuff. I am an analyst who wrote technologies out of the world, you know. I killed them out the industry. And, you know, I'm proud of that.